What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be going over the best plays over on PrizePicks, building out a 6-flex slip for the Christmas 5-game NBA slate. I just want to thank everybody for the support on last video. I know I had mentioned the more likes that I'm going to be getting on my videos going forward, the more inclined I'd be to do a giveaway. So in today's video, we're going to be giving away $50 to one person that likes this video. Also, you have to make sure you're subscribed to the channel. So if you are new to the channel, hi, my name is TJ. I do these daily NBA pick videos over on PrizePicks, or 4 PrizePicks plays. So if you guys can hit the subscribe button. And then yes, for today, giving away $50. I'm in the Christmas spirit, to one person, again, that likes this video and then replies in the comments with their favorite PrizePicks play on the board for the 5-game Christmas Day slate. I will announce the winner on my next pick video, which will probably be the day after Christmas. So again, if you guys want to enter, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and then go ahead and throw the reply with your favorite PrizePicks play on the board right now. Last thing here, guys, if you are new to the channel, go ahead, or if you haven't yet, go ahead and turn on that notification bell. So whenever I do post these daily pick videos, you guys have the best opportunity to get the slip in that I'm actually giving out in the YouTube video locked on PrizePicks before any plays get bumped or removed. Speaking of that, let's go ahead and talk about how we did on our last slip from our last picks video. We ended up going 4 for 6. I mentioned Nembhard. In our video prior, we had the under 6.5 assists, and he ended up getting 7. Well, last night, lo and behold, we had the over 6.5 assists, and Nembhard finished with 6. So we got hooked there on Nembhard. We had Giddey over 8.5 assists. He had 15, cleared easily. We had Okogie under 3.5 rebounds. He had 1, cleared easily. Jordan Goodwin, unfortunately, we had the over 6.5 RA. He ended up with 4. That was a pretty weird game. He didn't get as much run as I thought he was going to get, unfortunately, due to that massive blowout. Kind of thought he would play late into the fourth, but he came out with 9.5 minutes left. So unfortunately, Goodwin does not go over RA. We had Kel'el Ware under 12.5 rebounds, which hit. Obviously, he finished right there with 9. And then we had Cat over 10.5 rebounds. He finished with 13. So we ended up going 4 for 6. This would be a 0.4 times on PrizePicks. So not what we're looking for. The whole purpose is to build out these 6 flex slips and try to 25 times our money. But not the case. 4 for 6, not bad. 67% hit rate, but I want perfection. I want 6 for 6 slips. So if you guys tailed, apologies there. Hopefully in this video, we can go 6 for 6 and 25 times our money. One other thing I want to mention here, guys, and I mentioned this on my last video, is I do these nightly live streams. The last 2 nights, I've actually done them at 6 o'clock, and I've had some real success. I mentioned in my last video as well that the best time to actually get value and lock in plays are right when the board drops and right before tip. So last night, I was able to build out on stream, and I enter the slip. I build it with everybody in there over on Twitch. We go through the process. We talk about the plays. I submit it. I share the link into the Twitch chat so everybody can tail. But you guys can see, went live last night around 6. Only built out like a handful of slips. We ended up 10 timesing our money over on PrizePicks with the SGA taco that they put out, easy cash, and then also on pick 6 ended up going 4 for 4, 9.8 timesing our money. It's $20 max when they do discounts, but again, turned 20 into 196. And I do these streams every single day. So if you guys want to check it out, again, you can check out my Twitch here and then my Twitter at ThomasJordanIV if you guys want to follow. I also post free slips all the time as well. Let's go ahead and talk about the matchups that we have on Christmas Day. First, we have the Knicks hosting the Cavs. Knicks at home, 6.5-point favorites, a 239.5 total for the over-under. We have the Thunder and Spurs playing again for the 3rd time in 2 weeks. Spurs just beat the Thunder for the 2nd straight time. Thunder now 26-4. They're losing like crazy. At home, though, 9.5-point favorites against the Spurs, 235.5 over-under. We have the Warriors hosting the Mavericks. Cooper Flag, he's special. Golden State at home, 8.5-point favorites. Draymond Green, Steve Kerr going at it a little bit. But again, Warriors at home, 8.5-point favorites, 228.5 over-under. We have the Lakers hosting the Rockets. Houston on the road, 3.5-point favorites, 229.5 over under. We'll see if they can beat the other LA team, seeing as they just lost to the Clippers and where they were up pretty significantly at halftime. And then we have the Nuggets and Timberwolves. Nuggets at home, 3.5-point favorites, 239.5 over under. And like every video, we are going to be heading over to the Fantasy Player Props Optimizer over at Upside to help us find the best value on the PrizePicks board currently. For anybody unaware of what we do over here at Upside with the Fantasy Player Props Optimizer, the whole purpose of this tool is to compare sportsbook lines and odds directly back to various DFS apps that use fixed payouts to help us find profitable plays in real time. This is a line shopping tool, and this is what we call plus EV betting or positive expected value. And the reason we utilize a tool like this is because over on PrizePicks, like I mentioned, PrizePicks is a fixed payout platform. So it doesn't matter if we take more or less on any of these player projections, our payout will always remain the same. So for a two-man power over on PrizePicks, which everybody here on YouTube loves to play with their demons and their goblins, I'm here to tell you that two-man powers are a terrible option to play on PrizePicks. Sure, you hit more two-man powers than you do 5 and 6 flex slips, but mathematically they are a way worse bang for your buck than our 5 and 6 flex slips. But here with Castle and Valanciunas, in a two-man power, we get a 3 times payout as long as we're taking your typical normal more or less player props. Now I can change Castle from more to less. I can change Valanciunas from more to less. You guys will notice that my payout doesn't shift. The only thing that actually affects the amount that we're getting back are the amount of legs that we're actually adding into our slip on PrizePicks. So by knowing that, again, we're able to do the math on the back end. Each individual leg, for anybody that cares, in a two-man power, because we're getting a 3 times payout, is minus 137 odds. Now in a 6 flex slip, each individual leg, because we get a 25 times payout if we go 6 for 6, we get a 2 times payout if we go 5 for 6, and we get a 0.4 times payout if we go 4 for 6. Each individual leg inside our 6 flex slip is equivalent to minus 118 odds. So again, we're getting way better odds for each individual leg inside a 6 flex in comparison to a 2-man. And that is why we utilize this tool to help show us the best plays where we are getting an edge on PrizePicks playing those 6 flex slips. If you guys want to get signed up with Upside, there is a link in the description below. You can use my code TJYT and get 25% off your first month. So again, this thing updates in real time at all times. It updates every single second. You can do it live or you can just refresh yourself. So I'm going to go ahead and give this a quick refresh. We can see here all of these plays are the top plays right now when comparing the sportsbook market back to PrizePicks. So Austin Reeves under 4 assists. We can see that half the books currently have him set 0.5 lower at 3.5 with slight juice on the over. And we can see some of the books have him set at 4.5 with heavy juice on the under. FanDuel minus 180 for him to go under 4.5. DraftKings has him set again 0.5 lower at 3.5 with slight juice on the over. So this is a pretty good push prop to take. I think we're going to go ahead and start off with Austin Reeves under 4 assists. So what I'm going to do is just take Reeves, take him under 4 assists. Now, we don't want to have too many push props, so we're going to skip over Jared Allen, but we are going to add in Sam Merrill over 10.5 points. So let's grab Sam Merrill here. Again, we want to take his over 10.5 points. We're going to get rid of Austin Reeves. We're going to go to Merrill. We're going to add in his 10.5 points. So the reason I skipped over Jared Allen, again, we have a push prop here with Austin Reeves. We don't want to have too many push props. Obviously, if Reeves finishes right on the nose at 4, our 6 flex turns into a 5 flex. So if we add in Jared Allen as well and he does the same thing, our 5 flex turns into a 4 flex. And then we start to get into some of these plays no longer being plus EV if we have too many push props that actually finish right on the number. So let's go ahead and continue down the line. One thing I always like to talk about also when I'm utilizing this tool, when it comes to NBA player props specifically, FanDuel and DraftKings tend to be the 2 sharpest when it comes to setting their lines and odds. So I really like to take where they are setting their lines and odds into consideration more than the rest of the market. So let's go ahead and give this a quick refresh. We have Reeves, we have Sam Merrill. You guys will see that plays filter in and out depending on the odds changing, other plays getting bumped or removed, etc. So we have D'Anthony Melton under 6.5 points, minus 136 on FanDuel. We actually don't have a line here for DraftKings. We can see Novig at minus 133. Really good odds over on BetMGM if we wanted to play this straight. Let's skip over Melton. Let's look for more book support like this Klay Thompson under points and Draymond Green under rebounds and assists. Minus 136 both on FanDuel. DraftKings a little lower with their odds. Minus 125 for Klay under 11.5 points. And then the under 11.5 rebounds and assists for Draymond. DraftKings has it at minus 123. Now again, we're getting each individual leg inside our 6 flex slip at minus 118 odds. So we're going to take Klay Thompson under 11.5 points. We're going to head back to the optimizer. We're gonna take Draymond Green under 11.5 rebounds plus assists and go ahead and add that in. We'll go ahead and give this another refresh, see if anything else is moved. We don't have anything. Let's go ahead down the line, see if we can see any good. Ooh, SGA under 11.5 rebounds plus assists, minus 146 over on FanDuel. And then we have Devin Vassell over rebounds. We have Terry Eason over points. I think what we're going to do here is take SGA under rebounds plus assists of 11.5, minus 146 on FanDuel. That's kind of insane. That's pretty insane. That's heavily juiced on the under. So I really like that. We have Eason over points, more juiced on FanDuel, but less juiced on DraftKings. I think actually I like this Vassell play a little bit better. Over 3.5 rebounds. Again, minus 132 on both FanDuel and DraftKings. We can see Fliff has a line at minus 145. More juice on Sleeper. More juice on Fanatics. The only outlier there would be Underdog. But we're going to go ahead and add in Vassell over 3.5 rebounds. And we're going to go ahead and take a look at this slip and see what we got. So Vassell over 3.5 rebounds. This is a popular play, guys, because he's gone over in 5 of his last 5. It's sad that this is what people look for on PrizePicks. But these matchups have nothing to do with the matchup at hand on Christmas, right? There could be other guys that are out, guys that are in. Wemby could start. So there are different factors. And the best part about trusting the sportsbook lines and odds and their models that they use to actually come up with setting their player prop projections, they take everything into consideration. They take injury news, lineup news, guys being ruled in or out, matchups, weather. Obviously, they play indoors. I'm kidding. But all of that is sharp money, which is super important as well from sharp bettors. All of that is taken into the actual odds that they're setting for their over-unders for the player props. So you don't have to worry about what the person has done in their last 5 games. Again, it's all baked into the odds. So we'll go ahead, give it one more refresh, and I'm not seeing anything new here. And I think that's what we're going to do for our 6 flex guys. Our Christmas 6 flex slip is going to consist of Austin Reeves under 4 assists, Sam Merrill over 10.5 points, Klay Thompson under 11.5 points, Draymond Green under 11.5 rebounds plus assists, SGA under 11.5 rebounds plus assists, and then Devin Vassell over 3.5 rebounds. And guys, just like that, we built out another profitable 6 flex slip. If you've made it this far, I do appreciate it. Again, if you're new to the channel, if you could hit the subscribe button, that would be amazing. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit that like button. And if you want to get entered into the $50 giveaway, make sure you hit that like button. And then again, in the replies below, let me know your favorite play on the board right now for the Christmas Day slate. But I love you guys. Thank you so much for the continued support. Let's keep grinding these slips. Let's start hitting some 25 times. Hopefully Christmas and Santa's good to us. And this is the time that we do 25 times our money and go 6 for 6 with this slip. I'll catch you guys on the next video. Enjoy your holidays, and I'll see you on the next one.